Hey everyone, I'm Caden Rains and welcome to my basement. Today on the Shelvening, we're finally going to move past Skeletal Blue Boys and take a look at a different type of villain, that being King of the Koopas himself, Bowser. And while there will be a bit of his extended family added to the display as we go, today it's mostly just going to be him and maybe a few minions here and there. But let's get them open, see what they've got going for them, and then get them on the shelf. And here's the King of the Koopas himself out of the box. He is a pretty impressive looking turtle, if I do say so myself. I actually think his design is the best from the movie, and if you couldn't tell by the packaging, yes, this is from the movie, not from just the general toy line. I believe there is a more game accurate version of this figure coming out, but it's not out right now and I won't be buying it. At least I don't think so. So consider this a pseudo review of that as well, since I believe it's just going to be the same thing with the game Bowser design. So anyway, looking at him before we get into his play feature, like his specialty feature, he's got a pretty good amount of joints, both at the shoulders, the elbows, and the wrists to a degree. They can't swivel, but they can turn. So, you can actually get his arms a good amount of viability, but it's, so you've got some good movement with him there. His legs are also similarly three-jointed at the waist, at the knee, and then his feet can also turn around. However, because he is so heavy at his center with his gut and whatnot, it's not like you can pose him on one leg kicking without additional stuff. His tail also swivels at two joints, but it kind of settles in this one pose, at least this part. It's very clear that it's molded to be like this, not off like that. That just looks weird. If you're looking about how he plays, quote unquote, as far as like his special feature, it breaks down to this spike here. When you press it and you've got batteries in, yeah, his mouth lights up, and if you fill his very tiny tank with water, he will blow out steam as well. So to do all that, you put his batteries in the back here, and the shell is just a big piece of rubber. So it just pulls off. It doesn't really, it does sort of clip in using this right here, but it mostly just goes over that spike and then is there. This is where you put the water in the back of his head there. And you can't actually put much in. I think it says 8 to 10 drops. And once you do, and you press that button, in addition to, or the spike, in addition to the light effect that you get from his mouth, it will spew out some steam or some more like water vapor. It's like a diffuser, if you've ever had one of those. But I won't be doing that because with my luck, he'd grip mold or something. And I don't need mold. I have cats and an old house and a lot of toys, and I don't need mold on all of that. So we're just going to live with him having a light up mouth, and that's it. I can live without water vapor being spewed out. Plus, I've seen videos of it, and if it's not dark, it's really hard to see. So that's Bowser from the movie. It looks good. It's got a pretty good paint job. Mine has this very little green speck right here, which might not even show up on camera. Well, maybe a little bit, but right here. But honestly, it's such a little thing, and I will probably have him pose sort of like this at this angle, so you won't even be able to see it. Yeah, that's really the closest thing to a complaint I have, other than I honestly could have done without the water feature and maybe given him something else to do. But I like the idea behind it. Anyway, that's Bowser. Let's take a look at his few minions and then pop them on the shelf. And then next time, we will add to the Koopa family a bit. So here is the group of baddies for today. Of course, we still have Bowser off to the side there, but we've got 3 Shy Guys, a Kamek, and then a Boo sitting on a action figure stand. The Boo and the blue Shy Guy came with a coin, and the green Shy Guy came with a POW block, and the red Shy Guy, in addition to his propeller, also came with a set of spikes, as well as the Kamek figure. His accessory was just his wand there. For the most part, all of these guys' only articulation are their hands. Technically, the Shy Guy feet move as well, but there's such a limited range that there's almost no reason to count it. But you can at least make their arms move. Same with, like I said, same with Kamek. He's got a little more joint ability. In addition to going around, it also goes in and out for both arms. A little more on the left arm, his left arm, but yeah. Same with the Boo. His arms go around, but that's it. His tongue doesn't move, or anything. So you can pose him a little bit, but it's just the arms basically for all of these guys. So that's another reason they're mostly just for display for me. So they look good. Like, there's no real issues with any of them. It would be nice if they were a little more posable, but then, you know, these enemies don't have like a great range of movements in the games either. They run up to you, try to smack you, and then you jump on them. Except for Kamek, he flies at you and shoots things at you, I guess. The Boo still flies at you. Bowser's the only one in this group that actually tries to attack in any interesting way when you get down to it. But it's still a neat little group, and they are going to go next to Skeletor. So let's go do that. And we'll just go ahead and put you right here. There we go. So that starts off the Mario section of our shelves, right next to Skeletor and all his variants that we've been focusing on. We've also got Bowser right next to both Flame Skeletor and our Snake Skeletors. So lizards and fire and all that jazz. The next time we look at the shelves, we'll fill in with a bit of Bowser's family in front of them. Maybe adjust the Shy Guys a bit, but Shy Guys are the best, so they're not going anywhere. And yeah, so that's what we've got for now. Do you guys have any thoughts on these Koopas and other minions of Mario-related evil? And do you have any of these, especially the Bowser? And if you do, what do you think of them? And if you don't, do you wish you did? Tell me down below. But either way, thanks for spending time in my basement. I hope you had a good one, and I'll see you next time.